I can draw a sun star with circles and triangles. The sun is my favorite star by Frank Ash. The sun is my favorite star. In the morning, it comes to my window and wakes me up. While I have breakfast, it sends the mist away and dries up the morning dew. Then it waits for me to come out and play. The sun is my favorite star. Gliding through the trees above my head, it follows me everywhere I go. Its light is bright and hot. It peeks through a hole in the fence. It casts my shadow on the wall. The sun is my favorite star. Sometimes it plays hide and seek with me. Sometimes it goes away. And brings me back a big bouquet. The sun is my favorite star. In the evening, it paints pretty pictures in the sky for me. Even in the night, it sends some light to keep me company. All stars in the sky are beautiful, but so far, the sun is my favorite star. The end. Hello, friends. Today, we're going to draw a sun star with circles and triangles. I can draw a sun star. We'll begin with a crayon and a piece of paper. And I'm going to look at my paper and I'm going to try to determine the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, but I want to make a smallish circle in the middle of my paper. And I know it's a circle because I can follow it with my finger and there's no corners. And I can turn my paper 4 different ways, and no matter which way I turn it, it is still a circle. From my circle, I'm going to make a line that goes up, about that long. Then I'm going to turn my paper, and from the top of my circle, I'm going to make another line, like that. And then I'm going to turn my paper and make another line that goes up. And I'm going to keep turning my paper until I have 4 lines coming out of my circle. Now I'm going to begin to think about my sun star, and I'm going to go from the very top of those lines, and I'm going to make another line on each side that comes down to my circle, so I can add star points to my sun. So I start again at the top of that line, and then I make a line that comes down on either side, or both sides rather, to the circle. And I flip my paper, I turn it, and I do the same thing. I go from the top of the line, and I make 2 lines on either side that come down to the circle. And I turn my paper again, and I do the same thing. I make two lines that come down on either side. And now I'm going to think about how to connect the outside. So I'm going to draw a line that goes from point to point of those triangles. And then I'm going to turn my paper. And I'm going to make another line that goes from the point to point of the triangles. And then I'm going to turn my paper. And then I'm going to make a line that goes from the point to the point of the triangles. And I'm going to make a line. And I'm going to turn my paper one more time. And I'm going to make a line that connects the two triangle points that are left. Now for the next part, I'm going to turn my paper until I can get more of a flatter line on top. I want that to be on top. And I'm going to make another line. And actually, I'm going to make 3 lines on that edge. And then when I've got 3 lines, and they're the way I want them, I'm going to turn my paper, and I'm going to make another 3 lines on the next edge, the next flatter curved part. And then I'm going to turn my paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make 3 lines. And I'm making my lines all different lengths, but you can make your lines however you want them to be. And again, I'm going to turn my paper and make 3 lines. I'm going to follow the lines, and I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to go to the point of the end of the line, and I'm going to draw a line that comes down on either side of that line. That stops when it connects to the next line again. And these are like the rays of my sun star. I'm going to turn my paper and find my line points and come down with 2 lines and turn them into triangles. Find the point of my line. Oh, but if it's not a triangle, if I don't finish the line, right? If it's just a line, it's not a shape, it's a line. So I have to make sure that I finish all the lines of my triangles, or they're not triangles. So I turn the paper and I do the same thing. And you can make them bigger or smaller or wider or thinner. I want to straighten out my paper. There I go. And I come down with a line on both sides. Now I have one edge left. I'm going to start again. I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to come down with 2 lines on both sides. And I'm going to do that for my remaining 2 lines. Now I'm going to add color, and I'm going to use probably some oranges and yellows and pinks and greens and blues, but you can use any colors you want. I've sped this up in editing so it doesn't take too long, but I'm actually taking my time when I color, and I'm going very slow and being careful and trying to fill up as much of the white space as I can within my triangles and my circle in the middle. I wonder what colors you're going to make with your sun star. I wonder how many pointy triangles you'll have. I really look forward to seeing them. Thanks so much for drawing with me. If you're doing this assignment from home and not in class, please ask a parent or guardian to help you photograph your work and submit it to this assignment. Thank you.